Alright. Oh, crap. Hold on. That's not a good way to start it off. This is going to be the scores and thoughts for Week 11. This is going to be the second time I've tried this. First time, my video was 34 seconds too long, so I'm going to have to keep this one shorter. Start with the Bears and Dolphins. Bears on Thursday night beat the Dolphins on the road 16-zip. Bears are a pretty good team. The Dolphins were without their starting two quarterbacks. So, hold on a second, I gotta check this. Okay, I'm back. Anyways, the Bears are a pretty formidable team. The Dolphins did okay. Well, they got shut out, but still, Mr. Tyler Thigpen did okay. He didn't do great, but he did okay. I mean, he did okay for a. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. He did okay. He didn't do great, but he did okay. But it was kind of an uneventful game, to be honest. Ravens and Panthers. Ravens beat the Panthers 37-13. Ravens just. I don't even know why I'm saying about this game. All you need to know is that the Panthers are 1-9. With actually Jimmy Clausen will start, but that's not much help. Anyways, next game, Jets beat the Texans at home 30-27. Very nice game going down to the finish. The Texans just could not hold on. Their defense could not get the stop. So, hold on, I gotta check this. I'll be right back. Alright. Anyways, Bills beat the Bengals 49-31 on the road. Marvin Lewis is pretty much out as the coach. He's pretty much out. It's just a question of how many losses the Bengals are going to get with T.O. and Ocho Cinco. There were so many high hopes for this team, and they completely fell by the wayside. They just lost to the Bills. I mean, come on. What more do you need to know? Jags beat the Browns at home 24-20. I didn't really see this game, but Bills did, or the Browns are actually better than everybody thinks they are. They got outscored 14-3 in the final quarter, but they are a pretty good team. They're a young team. They have Colt McCoy. Actually, Colt McCoy's out this week, but I gotta save that for the injury report. But still, that team is very formidable to face. They're very young. They haven't experienced a couple quarterbacks, not counting McCoy, but they have a formidable team, so you can't get an easy game against them. Anyways, let's move on down here. Oh, too far. God, I cannot get it to stay in one spot. Okay, there we go. Packers beat the Vikings on the road 31-3. The Vikings season is done, even with Leslie Frazier. I just don't think the Vikings have a chance to make anything out of this year. It's straight up. I mean, seriously, the Vikings season is done. The Packers, as expected, go on the road and beat the Vikings pretty badly, which ends up leading to Brad Childress getting fired. But yeah, enough about that. Redskins beat the Titans 19-16 in overtime. This game was a good game. Coach Shanahan did not bench his quarterback in the 2-minute drill or whatever, which is good because he shouldn't have actually benched him in that game that he benched him in the first place. But he did, and we can't turn the clock back to do it and to make sure he doesn't do it again. But still, good game. I didn't see much of this one, but Vince Young got his thumb injured, and he's done for the year, and he's could possibly be done in Tennessee because of some harsh actions. Anyways, Kansas City Chiefs beat the Cardinals 31-13 at home. Not a surprise, really. No surprise at all. Very, very just poor Cardinals team going into KC trying to get a win. But good win by Kansas City. Again, but just no real surprise to it. Cowboys beat the Lions 35-19. I think the Cowboys are experiencing a little bit of a resurgence now. Granted, their win was their second win was against the Lions, or the third win, but their second straight win was against the Lions. But still, I think Jason Garrett has finally taken this team by his grasp and is telling these guys, you gotta work. And I think they're doing it. I think under Wade Phillips, they just weren't working. But now they are. And I think that team has got something special as they get some momentum going into 2011. Pittsburgh Steelers just manhandled the Raiders at home 35-3. Just a manhandling of a game. Just like the Panthers game, actually, the Raiders scored the first 3 points. No, that was a different game. Just like the Vikings, actually. Just like the Vikings game. Vikings and Packers. Just like the Vikings scored the first 3 points in the game against the Packers, the Raiders scored the first 3 points against the Steelers. It's just the 35 points after that were a bit of a problem. Steelers are a formidable team in that AFC. It's a stacked AFC, but they are a formidable team. There's so many formidable teams in that conference, though. All right, last 6 games. Saints beat the Seahawks 34-19. A bit of an I kind of expected the Saints to actually win by a little bit more. Because the Seahawks are a good team, but they're not a great team. They're a bit of they're another young team. Just like the Bucs are, but they're another young team in that NFC. But Saints did a good job. They got a really good record. I think they're 7-3 now. And they're a formidable team in that NFC South. Speaking of NFC South, Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the San Francisco 49ers on the road 21-0. Not much really needs to be said here. The 49ers suck. Even with Troy Smith at quarterback, I think Troy Smith is finally showing his talent that he had when he came out of college as a Heisman Trophy winner. So, good win by Tampa Bay over a lesser team. Falcons beat a pretty formidable Rams team on the road, 34-17, finally showing everybody that they can win on the road. Both of their losses have been on the road, but still, they've finally shown that they can win on the road and do well. The Rams are no joke. They are a good team. They're not a great team by any stretch, but they are a good team, a good, solid, young team. And the Falcons came in there and did pretty well on the road. Patriots beat the Colts 31-28, not 38-21. That's completely different. 31-28. This one came down to the wire. I expected the Colts to come back and win it, to be perfectly honest, but they didn't, which kind of sucks. But they came back, almost won the game, but Peyton Manning threw a costly pick, underthrew his receiver at the end of the game, and the Patriots preserved their 3-point win. Eagles beat the Giants 27-17 on Sunday Night Football at home. Eagles are another formidable team in that NFC South. The NFC South, or not NFC South, but another formidable team in the NFC. The NFC is stronger than everybody thinks it is. It is a good quality conference, but it has several sort of unknown teams that we don't really know too much about yet. But we do know about the Eagles. With Michael Vick, that team is just stacked. Michael Vick, Deshaun Jackson, LaShawn McCoy, Jeremy Maclin, and that defense is just nasty. So that's a good win by the Eagles. And finally, the Chargers whip up on the Broncos at home 35-14. So good win by the Chargers. I kind of expected the Chargers to win this game. I just didn't expect the Broncos to get the first touchdown. So that's the scores and thoughts for week number 11. Games to look forward to. Well, let me pull up week 12 and I'll be... Alright, so the festivities are going to start Thursday with the Thanksgiving games. I'm probably going to miss at least one of them due to eating too much food and due to not being at the house. But I probably will get to see the Bengals and Jets on Thursday Night Football. May get to see the Cowboys and Saints. Probably won't get to see much of the Lions and Patriots, although we know who's going to win. The Lions are not going to win that game, straight up. Other games to look forward to, not really too much. Falcons and Packers would be one. Eagles and Bears would be one. Those two teams are good. Bucks and Ravens. See if the Ravens can redeem themselves after losing to the Falcons. Chargers and Colts to see if those Chargers really are coming back as the resurgent Chargers like they have been the last couple of years. And other stuff like that. So be sure to check those games out. And I will see you guys probably tomorrow. I won't be able to do the Thursday. I might be able to do the Thursday injury report tonight. So that's it.